Greetings, traveler. I can tell you must be tired by the amount of dust on your boots. Sit and stay a while. Rest. Many a far wanderer seek out my cottage in search of respite. For I always have a hot kettle on, warm bread and butter, a good fire, and stories to tell for those that have ears to listen to such things. Make yourself at home. I will tell you tales of heroes and wondrous adventures lost to the ages. I am a keeper of fables, as some would call them. However, I call them accounts. You see, I was once a traveler such as yourself. But I traveled across universes and dimensions. I lived the life of a powerful wizard in those days long gone, when I carried a wand instead of a cheese knife, and the dust on my boots came from all corners of the known worlds. Let me tell you a story about a party of adventurers who found out just what I mean by traveling from one universe to the next. Gaze into my crystal, and you will see, along the sword coast of Faerun, lie the great city of Baldur's Gate. There, in the outer part of the city, stood a long, tall tower, and four friends found themselves at the door of this tower, answering a summons. Okay, so you guys are on the Sword Coast. You're in the outer part of, there's an outer city outside of Baldur's Gate. And up on a little hill here is this tall wizard's tower. And you all are an adventuring party that has already been adventuring with each other for a while, so you're friends. I would say that maybe you might have been part of the Flaming Hands at one point, but have left the guild to seek out your own fortunes together. But you are quite popular lately, and gaining quite a reputation as being a resilient adventuring group, and thus you have caught the attention of this powerful wizard, whose name is Master Mjorlen, and he has summoned you to his tower today. You can, if you would like, introduce your characters at this point.
Clan Ansara, name Verity. I have Dragonborn, Eldritch Knight. I seek honor for my people, and honor for myself and my clan.
I am Beryl Llewellyn, a cleric of Moradin. I'm an elf from Everesca who's a trained blacksmith at the forges of Gauntlgrim, and I used to make swords for blade-singing elf wizards, but they would never teach me to fight. So now I'm out fighting on my own to prove that I can take care of myself.
I'm Krolgor Bloodbeard. I'm a half-orc barbarian. I killed my mother when she gave birth to me, and my father always held that against me, and basically drove me away from my village, where I then took up. I learned at a young age, due to my size and my prone to violence, that I could easily make money doing assassinations for a criminal organization, and that's kind of where my talents lie, where I'm big, burly, but pull off an assassination by basically putting an axe in somebody's head.
My name is Scroll. Where I hail from I will not say. All you need know is that I come from the wood. I have renounced my dwarven heritage and am merely a peacekeeper for the green. I was taught the druidic ways from a wise oak tree. And from there I began my journey, eventually finding the druidic council, and they taught me more than what even a wise tree could teach. And now I just spend my days helping those who are in need and cannot fight for themselves.
Okay. All right, so we have an idea of who everybody is. So I'll go ahead and continue with the story at this point. So I will say that you guys arrive at this door, and I will turn it over to you as to how you react to everything. You go ahead and tell me what you do.
I'm going to inspect the craftsmanship of this stone archway.
Okay, so the stone archway, it's funny, this tower is, it seems well built, sturdy, but it looks like it would fall over at the same time. It's like a hodgepodge of different stoneworks to come together to create this this kind of like exactly almost like what I showed you the picture of. It's a tall wizard's tower, and it's got this large ornate door. And in the center of it is a little face with a wide open mouth.
We were summoned here? We were asked to come here?
Yes, you were summoned here.
By
we'll
letter or by...
We'll say that by whatever means you guys usually obtain your jobs or your quests, someone told you, the black guy with the mustache in the bar, he was like, hey, listen, man, I got a job for you. And he told you to... Yeah, he told you to come here, and this that the Master Mjorlin was looking for some tough hombres to come and do a mission for him, but the details were not disclosed.
I have hewn at the forges of Gauntlgrim and in the Iron Tabernacle, and I can tell this wizard tower is the sign of a disordered mind.
Why do we delay? I must knock on the door. We have been summoned, I will knock.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and it's almost like a little scream comes from the mouth of the little face on the door. It's like, ah, and it like almost animates and moves, and the door opens up, and you hear a voice from within. Come inside my house.
I will journey on.
Okay, as you guys enter into the little the foyer, if you will, of this wizard's tower, it's full of all kinds of arcane knickknacks, art pieces on the walls. There's stacked up books everywhere. Half burnt candles, bits and bobs of dead animals and bugs and things and stuff like that you would expect to see in a wizard's home. And let me find my little thing here, and there's a little staircase going up, and there's no one standing there, but all of a sudden a puff of smoke happens, and this gentleman appears. Poof. Greetings, adventurers. I have been waiting for you. I have heard many good things about your group. Would you like to come upstairs and discuss details?
Yes, we have come here for business, and business it shall be.
Follow me, then. And so he leads you upstairs, and you get to this floor, and there's like it's almost like a living room area where there's like couches and things that you can sit on. He'll like wave his hand, and like chairs will pull up together so that you all can have a seat. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable. And he like waves his hand, and like a little tea set like floats over to you guys, and it's like pouring itself, and it comes around to each of you, offering you a cup of tea.
I thank you for your hospitality, but I will stand.
And it just moves on to the next person.
Yeah, I'm fully armored, so I will stand as well.
Oh, this is the tea.
Find it.
This is the tea tray going around to you guys. It floats up to you, and yeah.
When it comes to me, can I ask him if he has anything stronger? Politely, but
as you do, a little like flask like wobbles on the table over there and comes over, and the pop tops on it and pours into the tea glass.
Of course, our Dwarven druid is a drunk.
Hey, now I like a good drink.
I can't wait to see the orc drink tea with his pinky out.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it moves.
I grasp the tiny teacup in my hand. And I just look at it, smell it, and just kill the whole thing in one go and set it down. And then I walk over to kind of like a darker corner and just within hearing distance and communication distance, but I just kind of sit over to by myself.
Okay. Well, the wizard turns to you and he says, "I am Master Mjorlin, not to be confused with that hack Berlin. He's a druid who lives in the forest. No offense, dwarf.
None taken.
But people always mispronounce it and it gets quite annoying. I'm not Merlin. I'm Mjorlin. Mjorlin. Anyway, I'm sure you all heard of me anyway, because Baldur's Gate, I'm the main man round here. But I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get on to the order at hand, why I've summoned you here. And to do that, I will tell you a story. Several years ago, there was an ancient tomb, a very powerful book, written in a language that very few can read. I being one of them, and a handful of people at the Candlekeep. Candlekeep, as you know, is a large sort of library, if you will, that holds only the most extraordinary pieces of literature. This tomb, though, is more than just a book of spells. It contains within it dangerous magics, almost a key to be able to design any sort of arcane energy that one could want, be it through arcane nature, or through a god, or a demon. Yes, any spellcaster who finds this tome could, in fact, wreck the world with whatever havoc he chose, which is why I donated it to Candlekeep many years ago, for the temptation was too great for even myself. Many years ago, though, I was contacted by Candlekeep, and they told me of a great travesty that had transpired. An evil warlock named Zakara had infiltrated Candlekeep with her disciples, and somehow managed to steal the tome, as hard as it is to do. And she escaped to Baldur's Gate. They contacted me to try and find her. I searched for her for days, and eventually did find her cult. The ensuing battle destroyed many buildings and left many dead, disciple and Zakara, and civilians alike. But when I inspected Zakara's body, I found the tome to be a decoy. For I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Zakara was a twin, and they were operating as one. So I did not know about the second. The real tome was stolen away, along with another handful of disciples of this chaos demon cult. They vanished. I have searched the cosmos for years. I have searched the land, the sky, the water, but I finally found a clue a year ago. I found, in a cave, one of the disciples. There were several artifacts around the disciple. These artifacts, after much study, I learned that these artifacts were meant for transdimensional travel. And with my ways of persuasion was able to find out where Zakara has escaped. I'm sure that she has gone there to study the tome because she does not know the language. But the longer she has the book, the more she will unravel and eventually return to our reality and have all kinds of ways to unleash her demonic chaos upon the world. I took the artifacts and I studied, and I found where she went. Have you all heard of the jungles of Cholt?
Dumathoan will keep his secrets under his mountain, but that is a secret that is known to me by Moradin's grace.
Zakara has gone to the jungles of Cholt, but on a different plane of existence. You see, there are many realities, infinitely, stacked on top of one another, which is why I was not able to find her easily. Through my powers of scrying, I have viewed the land. It is a jungle full of many dangers and beasts, and there is a temple there, with a shroud over it that I cannot see into. I know that that is Zakara's location. I have devised a way to send you all there. Unfortunately, this magic is so hard to do, I will have to hold concentration on it the entire time you are gone, or you will not be able to return. I can keep concentration for almost 72 hours before my body will give out. If you choose to take on this mission, I want you to go and take the tome back from Zakara. You can kill her or leave her there. I don't care. If you kill her, much better. But without the tome, she will not be able to return to our reality, so it makes little difference. For doing so, I will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams.
I seek not gold, but I want to learn the ways of wizardry.
I am well capable of teaching you some secrets. I already have an apprentice, but I'm sure we can squeeze you in on top of the monetary value.
Magic is foreign to my people. This is something new. Something I've been trying to master.
Yes, I have not seen many of your like in this land.
For enough gold and honor, I'll bring back anybody's head.
I will give you each 6,000 gold apiece, enough for you to build your own guild hall or retire individually.
We are all forged in Moradin making. If Moradin wishes to show, then I will be seen.
While you are gone, I will tell you this. It is very dangerous. If you do not return in time, the portal will collapse and you will be trapped there forever. The risk is great. But in the end, it is worth it. For if this Dark Lord returns, she will unleash an unspeakable evil upon the world. My idea is for you to travel probably about a day's walk away from the temple, because I don't want to put you too close. I want you to arrive unbeknownst to her so that you can sneak in. You will have the element of surprise. And
I'm ready to show my faith.
I am going to send a guide with you, or at least a helper. You will be taking my apprentice with you, and I assure you that his survival is very important. And he taps his staff on the roof and goes, Milo, come down here. And you guys hear this little thumping. Doot, 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 doot. And this little fellow comes down the stairs. You summoned me, master? Oh,
We have to take a baby with us?
hi. I'm Milo.
Milo, you seem not to be fully tempered for a journey such as this.
This boy's parents were killed in the duel that I had with Zakara all those years ago. I have taken him on as my apprentice since then, and though he is young, I have trained him for this journey, which I would make myself if the magic was not so hard to conduct.
The boy will live or he will die.
I have armed him to the teeth with artifacts that will help him survive, but I will require you to take care of him. He knows much about the land.
Moradin can make steel from the atrocities. Perhaps he is a survivor.
I'll do my best.
Let him prove himself out there. If he does, or he does not, it is no worry of mine.
I approach Milo and I pick him up underneath his arms and I
Whoa,
just
what?
inspect him, and I'm like looking at his belt and all the little baubles and everything that he's got. And I say, yeah, I guess he'll do.
Never been picked up by a half-orc before.
I just place
You
him
are-
back down.
You are only half of an orc, right?
That's all right. I'll only eat half of you.
Murlin says to Milo, remember, boy, the best education is field study. So you will learn much with these heroes. Pay attention to them and listen. Offer your wisdom and your guidance, but try to stay out of trouble.
He speaks
Return
wise.
to me. Return to me with the tome. It is at the utmost importance, as you know. I know, Master. I'm ready to go. If you are all ready, I will conduct the spell, and we can be on the way.
Yes, for honor.
I was
So you
ready
guys
10
have,
minutes ago.
Yeah, you guys have already, that's why I wanted you to shop and everything before we did this. So you guys have prepared for our journey already. Mjorlin will, he says to you one last thing. He says, there is a special flower there that you must help the boy find. It glows, it's blue, and it hums with a mirth. You must find this and bring it back to me, for when you return to this world, the toxicity of the oxygen that you breathe there will mix with this air, and you will die without that flower. That's another hazard I forgot to mention.
Will I know what this flower is?
The boy will. Yeah, I've been studying it. In my lore book, see?
You are.
He's very excited about showing you his lore book. Come on, adventure awaits us. And so the wizard,
Forge your portal, wizard, and we will begin this quest.
Yes,
the
let
wizard
us be
like
forth.
gets into this sort of trance, and he utters these magic words. Kyrie Torak Ta, and as he waves his hands, this like green smoke comes out of his fingertips, and this whirling portal like opens before you, and you can see this like it's like the inside of a little cavern, and you guys can proceed from here.
I want to go last.
I put my arm around Milo and I kind of like make him come with me at the same time in case anything bad happens. You know, I'm right next to him, so it can't be too bad.
Ooh! I'm capable of walking, you know. As his feet
Come on,
dangle,
little one.
as his feet dangle like 2 inches off the ground. My, you're so protective. As you guys enter the cave, the air here is very hot. It just almost stings your face how hot it is. It's summer in the middle of July. in Florida. That's how hot it is. It's sticky. You're in this little behind you is like a tall mountain that looks almost like a volcano, and there's two small hills that you've come out between. Yes, that's the first dick joke of the night. A volcano with two small hills along its side of it. It looks like a giant wiener made out of rocks. There you go. It's not a very good one, but there it is. But you guys go ahead and walk me through what you do here. You as you approach the entryway to this cave that you're coming out of.
Well, Verity's still kind of fascinated that Milo is a wizard, because Verity would love to be a wizard one day, but that just seems to be something out of reach of his species.
You can say anything you want to him about it.
So, Clan Milo, you are a wizard?
No, not really. I'm just an apprentice right now, but I will be a wizard someday. I can do some magic.
I can do some magic, but I am not an apprentice.
Oh, how much magic? How do you know any spells?
I know some to defend and some to attack. Nothing like the cleric.
Oh, I can do 2 cantrips. Want to see them?
Yes, very much.
Huzzah! He sticks his wand out, and sparks go shooting out of the end of his wand. And then he goes, Lumos, and then the tip of his wand glows. See?
I approach Milo and I give him one of my hand axes, and I'm like, just in case that doesn't work later.
Well, I really appreciate it, but Master gave me a sword. It's in my little sack here. Things are much smaller inside my sack. That sounded gross.
I bet they are, lad.
I have a neat utility belt. Just like my favorite hero that I read about in the weekly paper.
Paper?
Yes. It's Baldur's Gate paper. They give out these little hand flyers, and it's like this new thing. They print stuff on it, and you can read about it. And there's a little I guess comic strip you would call it.
I just shake my head as he's talking, and I just start wandering off.
Oh. Anyway.
I look back at him. Milo, where are we going?
Well, Master says, according to his viewings, that the temple should be viewable if we just exit this cave. This cave right here. We should be able to see it over the trees.
Would we know who has best tracking abilities and survival abilities out of our group? I mean, we have adventured where we kind of have an idea of the best way to line up for traversing the forest.
I would say that you're a well-oiled machine. You got a druid on your team who is what is your favorite terrain? Is forest, I would say, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's a ranger. I'm sorry. But you're well accustomed to being in nature and things. And then you have our half-orc. What is your background again? It was an assassin?
Yeah, assassin.
Okay, so not really a woodsy guy, but still.
I do have the advance gain advantage on strength base, or no, where's it at? My survivability or whatever. I'm trying to find where it's. Oh, danger sense. So advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see.
So if if a branch falls off a tree, he'll be the best at jumping away.
Well, let's let's metagame. Yeah. Put the orc in front.
Yeah, but you guys should, well, I mean, if we're a well-oiled machine, then you'd know that I have the guidance cantrip, so I can add a D4 to any ability check. So you guys would know that you could ask me for aid if you wanted to do any kind of check.
Yeah, and that's totally okay for you guys to talk about that sort of thing right now if you want, and proceed however you'd like. But before when you get to the entrance of this little cave that you guys have come through, you see a vast jungle in front of you, and there's steamy mist over the top of it. But far, far off in the distance seems to be a tall, stone-like structure. That's probably, like the wizard said, hopefully a day's walk. You have 72 hours before his concentrate. It's too powerful for him to, so hopefully you can get there in a day and back in a day. But, however long it takes you to kill Zakara, is what his plan is. And But you have to move quick. But it's it is what it is.
Are these
I'll lead. I don't have an issue with that.
are these buffs you have? Are they cantrips or are they spells?
I mean, I have spells and cantrips for it, but at the very least, I have like guidance, which adds D4
Is that cantrip?
to any. Yeah, it's a cantrip,
All right,
so
perfect. Yeah, we'll
you can
use up
always rely
cantrips.
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay.
I
I don't mind.
I'll do a nature check real
Yeah,
quick.
I don't mind going second. I just don't have good perception. I'm not very acute to what's going on.
Okay.
I have a pretty high
yeah.
perception, so
I would
can.
suggest. I would suggest we let Bloodbeard, then Alun,
Beryl.
Errol.
Yeah, Beryl.
No. It's what's her last name?
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. Okay.
Because he's gonna.
It's hard
refer
to say
you
on
as-
purpose.
He's gonna refer to you.
It's
as
hard to
clan
say.
of-
Yeah, I gotta refer to.
Llewellyn.
I gotta refer to everybody's clan because that's how they.
Oh.
Yeah.
Llewellyn.
So, yeah. So you got great perception. So maybe number 2, and then I could go number 3, and we could have Okard follow up with Milo, the wizard, because he wanted to
Okay.
go last.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to make a check, I will pray for them, and then he'll get to add a D4.
Sounds good. So okay, well, basically we got a rough estimate where we're going, right?
Yes, you're
right.
heading in the direction of the stony looking
I
structure.
take out my big axe. And I just kind of run my thumb across it, making that nice sharp, making sure it's nice and sharp sound, and I proceed to go into the woods.
All right, and Beryl follows behind him and says, "The wizard said that the temple would be hidden, and yet Moradin has revealed it to our sight immediately."
I think that what he was saying is when he was scrying, he was unable to see within the temple. So hopefully Zakara is there. He's never been wrong before.
I wonder what is hidden from our sight, even behind these walls.
No telling, but I've got a lot of stuff in this utility belt that I can probably kick some butt with. Wah! Wah! And he pulls out a slingshot.
Hunger to prove yourself in battle is a good quality to have.
Well, I just really want to be a wizard someday.
I too, Clan Milo, I too.
Awesome. So you guys trudge through the jungle. Fairly easy at first, but I'll tell you a little bit more about the terrain. I mean, just the heat is unrelenting, and it's just, instant swamp ass for all of you.
Yeah, of course, the orc's got no shirt on.
Sweaty
He's just fucking
orc,
glistening and shit.
You
Yes.
can see Scroll stuffing moss between his cheeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exotic birds are flying by every once in a while, like little parrots and stuff. But also there's a thick mosquito population, so every once in a while you're just getting really hammered by these bugs.
I go up to a
Quite annoying.
I look for a nice thick mud, and I just smear it all over myself.
Oh my!
Like
Looks like
natural.
you got really dirty there all of a sudden. Here, woo! And he waves his wand, and all the mud goes off of you.
God damn it.
What? Did you not want that to happen?
That was amazing.
I thought you just fell in the dirt. I'm sorry. I was looking at that plant over there.
I put my finger back in the mud, and I just poke his forehead with the muddy finger, and then I redo my mud camo protection bug spray. So
Oh, is that what that does?
Hmm.
Okay. And he smears mud all over his face. Cool. Now I'm an adventurer.
yes, very adventurous.
Oakenheart, does this type of activity conceal one?
Well, that depends. If you're trying to hide from animals, I suppose it would. But anything with a higher intelligence score of you, probably not.
I like that little jab there. I like that little jab.
Was that a joke?
Yes, boy, that was
Can
a
I-
joke.
I can
I'm
laugh?
quite fond of him. Yes,
right.
well, he might kill you.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna slap him on the back. I'm just like, I'm kidding again.
Oh, no!
You
Yeah!
humans.
So he's like 12 years old. So if you imagine so when you slap him on the back, he kind of wow, his hair goes fluffy.
Welcome to D&D, where you can traumatize a fake 12-year-old and make up for all the times you were traumatized when you were 12.
Yay!
Oh boy.
I turn to Milo and I ask him, "Where's this flower? Do you know where we're supposed to find it?"
Well, I don't know where it is in the jungle, but it should be somewhere in the brush. I'll keep my eye open for it.
Could you describe it to us so that we may also?
It's a
look
very
for it?
blue flower, and it has very wide petals, and it has a certain faint blue glow to it, like it's almost illuminated. Yes.
Sounds like a fey flower to me.
It might be. I'm not sure what its origins are. Because the lore book that I read about it in is from like interdimensional stuff that Murlin doesn't usually let me read, but he's been training me for the last 6 months to go on this little quest. So it's really hard for me to say where it might have come from.
Fair enough, lad.
Should we make that our priority, or do you think it's
Well,
something we can pick up
It's definitely
on the way?
something we can't go home without, so
Mhm.
just another little added bonus to this whole mess.
While I would like to complete the mission, I don't see any honor in picking daisies.
Well, yeah, it's not really a daisy. It's going to be used as sort of an antidote.
Antidote for what?
The air here is quite poisonous to us.
Something
Yes.
you could have told us when we first got here.
Well, that's what he was saying.
I kind of recall that now.
Yes. It was a long
Oh,
story.
boy, were
It was
you
a long-
not paying
it was
attention
a long,
to the
It was
man?
a long-winded story, and the DM accidentally left his notes at work. So, so
I proceed through the forest in my muddy self.
okay. As you guys proceed, you finally, you trudge through the jungle quite a bit. There's somewhat of a trail, but it doesn't look like it was made by man. There's probably animals everywhere in here, and you know how sometimes animals tend to travel through the forest. Like deer do it. I think they'll travel through a field. You can tell deer going in and out of the field right there. So that the grass seems stumped.
It's a game trail.
Yeah, pretty much. But it leads you to looks like a little river. So looks like that is going to be about a 20-foot river that you guys will have to cross.
Can you swim, Milo?
Yeah, I sure can. There's a public pool in Baldur's Gate. I go there sometimes in the summer.
What is this pool?
It's a large body of water inside concrete, and everybody goes there and swims around in it until one of the little elvish kids pees in it, and then we all get out.
You trap water, and then elves use the bathroom in it, and this is enjoyable for you people.
Well, maybe not all elves, but this one little asshole elf who always gets in there, I hate it.
Can I want to go look, see how deep it is. I am rather short, so.
I
The
can always
water.
put you on my shoulders, little one.
Who's taller, Milo or Oakenheart?
Well, Milo is
shit.
Milo is about 4'6".
Oh, hold on. I gotta really see here.
I'm going to put
I'm
my money on Milo.
4'3". He's 3 inches taller than me.
All right.
I just pick up Oakenheart and put him on one shoulder, and then I pick up Milo and put him on the other shoulder. And just
Milo picks up a little rock and throws it out into the water. Ka-dunk. Sinks. You guys can't see it. The water's running. It's not rushing. It's about medium speed.
I'm gonna look a little embarrassed, but like slightly pleased that I don't have to show that I can't swim very well.
Perhaps we should use some form of rope to traverse this.
I can look through my pack if you guys want to look through yours.
I've got.
I have. Yeah, I was gonna say I have a grappling hook as well.
More than willing, I will survive the crossing. Tie me to the tree so that I do not get dragged away, and I will attempt to make it.
There are rocks on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I've got rope. I'm gonna rope myself up to a tree and try and just walk in there, try and cross it.
Okay. As you go into the water, you'll start to see that it's coming up to your neck, about 5 feet. I would say about 7 feet into the river, and it's going to be up over your head deep. Probably a good, I would say. I don't know if you can determine this, but this is about a 15 foot deep little river.
Okay. So yeah,
How far
I will.
can I chuck a dwarf? I haven't done it since the last time I was at the tavern.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and just hoist myself out of the river by pulling on the rope.
Okay. And now, did you throw a rope to the other side of the river? Or
No, I just
Okay.
like a safety line, like around my waist and around a
Okay,
tree on
okay,
my
okay.
side, so I can't.
You
get dragged.
anchored yourself. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you backtracked.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
It's too deep to cross without the aid of some bridge of some kind, or to find a crossing further upstream.
Hold on, I've got an idea.
We don't have time to go around it. We must conquer this challenge.
I'm gonna go pull out 2 hand axes and my 50-foot rope. I've got 2 of these. I need an extra rope. What I'm thinking, I throw it over there, bury it into a tree, and then we can just pull ourselves across. We can
I
go
offer
2
you
at a
my
time.
line, and I offer you Morden's guidance, and I will tap you on the shoulder with my sword, and you will have an extra D4 on your attempt on your throw.
Much appreciated, Beryl.
Would you rather use a grappling hook?
No, I'd rather use my axe.
Okay.
I'm a
That's
dwarf.
the most orc thing I've ever heard you speak.
Well, I've been around you a while, so
All right. So you're going to attempt to throw an axe across the river and land a connection.
yep.
Okay. Go ahead and let me see. Why don't we treat it like a ranged attack? Usually it would be like an athletics check or something, but make a ranged attack with your axe, and I will set a difficulty.
Okay, it's got a range of 20, 60.
And the river, I did say, was 20 feet across, so we'll say there might be like a good bit of brush there that you might be able to make a connection on the other side.
Okay.
So I won't make you roll with disadvantage. Go ahead and just make a roll.
All right. 7.
No, that's
Can he get the D4
I-
advantage from the
Oh,
guidance?
Oh yeah, use your D4. Add a D4
yeah.
to that.
10?
Yeah, that was exactly what I set it at. So
Yeah.
your axe makes
Praise Morden, it worked.
so this like somehow the energy of Moradin exists even on this plane, and it's almost as if this dwarven fist guides your axe all the way to the other side and lands into the and makes purchase with something solid enough to where it's not coming easily. You could probably attempt what you're trying to do.
Everything is of his making, Dungeon Master. We are all of his making.
Well thrown, Oakenheart, Clan Oakenheart.
Much appreciated, Verity. I've got to do it again, though, to say for expedience sake.
So I've got
Um,
the cantrip, so I can bless. I can give him the guidance again.
While he was doing that, I took one of my javelins that I have, and I attached my 50-foot of rope that I had in my explorer's pack. I'm just like watching him. Then I'll throw mine.
Okay. Now I will say you're not wearing any armor, are you?
No, I'm not.
You could swim.
Yeah, but I figured. I mean, I. could
It's up to
probably
you.
do it.
Yeah.
He don't
I
want to
just
take
wanted
a
to let
bath.
you know-
He's an orc. He don't want to take a bath.
Only reason I'm telling him that is that earlier he was at, everybody's forgotten how to play the game. So I was just letting him know. There is a swim speed if you want to take it. That is an option
Water's full
for
of
you.
piranhas. Fuck that shit.
But what do you want me to use for that? Just
Just go ahead and make a ranged attack like he did.
It's gonna be 12.
Yep, that's enough. You two will be able to make a purchase on the other side. So you got 2 lines going across this river.
All right.
I just smirk as I watch my javelin just smack in the side of an oak tree. I just look at Oakenheart and I said, "That's how it's done."
Very good.
I suppose. Before I swim across, I'm going to bury a iron spike, so that way the rope doesn't just
Oh yeah, drift
fold
down
away.
river.
Yeah.
Cool. Good
So,
idea.
I'll do that for mine, and then make my way across. That way others can use it.
Okay, so you're holding on to this rope, and you're going across the water now.
Yes.
All right, and so you get about 10 feet out into the water. Who else is going behind him? Are you going
I'll
to
go.
wait for him to cross first, or are you all going
No,
at once?
I'll go. I want to match his speed in case anything happens.
Okay, so the 2 of you are going first, while the cleric and my fighter staying back, or
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we probably would stay on land with Milo. We don't want to leave him too far behind.
okay, very good. Well, as you guys are about 10 feet out into the water, right?
Piranhas. Piranhas.
yes.
I fucking told you.
I don't, spoiler alert. Red has been reading my notes. Roll for initiative. As these tiny, little, monstrous-looking fish start swimming around you.
I've not been reading his notes, I swear.
One of them nips at you, and the first nip is just kind of annoyance. Then you get terrified as they start biting a little harder, and so we'll go. You don't take any damage or anything yet. I'm just trying. That's just a description of it.
So
There,
are
so.
we for initiative? Are we just going to put that in the chat? Is that how?
Yeah, I
works?
just
Yeah,
well,
you just-
yeah, I
you
just do it
can
for
if
his
you'd like.
reference,
That's
just in
great
case.
for me.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
type it.
Yeah, that probably makes it easier for you to keep track
Yeah.
of everything.
Do
Very
I
good.
add my
I like that
initiative
idea.
bonus thing?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so... Oh, wait, I can just edit this.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I see swampy water, I automatically think piranhas.
Yeah.
Scroll,
hey.
you can go. Or I'm sorry, Krolgor. If you and I have the same at 14, then you can take your turn before me.
Yeah, I'm here, so I might as well. So I mean, basically, do we have the option to just keep fucking pushing through, or are we
Yes.
fighting these things? Or,
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can.
You know what I mean?
You might get
yeah,
an
you
opportunity to attack against you, so they
We'll
might attack
see.
you
Yeah,
for moving.
I'm trying to see who is first here. Then we got 2 14s. Who's going first? You're in the water, so you
Yeah,
might as well go
yeah.
first.
I'll go. Yeah. Or wait, who got it? It's myself and Oakenheart has it, or?
Yeah, and now we are real time, so you
Yeah.
have movement and probably plenty to get out of this situation.
I just laugh, and I say they're almost as bad as the mosquitoes, and I just keep fucking pulling on my line and swimming across.
Okay. You were about 10 feet across, so it's another 10 feet, and it's difficult terrain. And your speed is what, 40?
Yes.
So it would have taken you 20 feet of your movement to get halfway, and the other 20 to get to the other side. So you're good. You're across. Little fishes are hanging onto your skin though, and they're not really hurting you. They're just wagging their tails and stuff. They should get out of the water.
I pull them by the tail and then smack their head against the rock, and I'm like, dinner.
Boom, boom.
And I just start gnawing on one as I watch Oakenheart make it across the way.
Okay.
And I'm like, sushi.
That's a delicacy in some countries.
I'm gonna just target one of the. Can I target how many fish are there to be seen?
It looks like a swarm of them in the water.
Yeah.
A swarm. So I can
Boil the
target the
water.
swarm as a target.
You can. What
Okay.
What kind of attack are you going to make?
I was gonna use the Toll the Dead cantrip.
Okay. I'm not sure how
Alright.
it works, so explain it to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna target the swarm, and I'll point at the swarm, and sort of a loud noise will make a sound in the air, and the swarm will take 1d8 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Or, I'm sorry, 2d8.
Cool. Very good.
So I'll just roll the damage.
Yeah, go ahead.
They have to make a wisdom. The swarm has to make a wisdom saving throw or take 5 damage, and the DC is 14.
They are going to fail. They don't have
Okay.
any wisdom. Unless I get a natural 20. Nope. Completely the opposite.
Yeah, so it's just 5 damage to the swarm then.
Okay, very good. So what does that look like?
Yeah, she just kind of draws her sword, and the crossbar and the handle on the sword are kind of shaped like a hammer of the forge. And she
Nice.
sort of like just strikes the sword down, and it rings out that loud noise. And the some parts of the swarm just explode.
So the water, the water vibrates almost, and like a glass being struck by a spoon, and a couple of like little dead piranhas float to the top of the water and start floating down the river. 5 total. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The piranha are swarming around the dwarf because of the water. Okay, let's see what they do. It's going to be a 10 to hit you.
Nope.
All right, and have another one, and this will be 17.
That will hit.
Okay, this is going to be just a... Okay, you're going to take 2 points of piercing damage as some of these things, they're biting at you. One of them gets you real good, and that really hurts.
You little bastards.
Yeah. That's about it. So, for their turn.
Okay. Alright, how far in did I make it? 10 feet?
You made it 10 feet in, so you have another 10 feet to go.
Okay. Is there any way I can use animal handling on them? Like, to try and get them to bugger off?
Why don't you try to explain it to me?
Okay. Okay, I blanked. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I was looking at my thing, I was like, I'm just gonna try and make my way out.
Okay. I'll say half of your speed, or do you walk 25?
Yeah.
So half of your speed is 12, we'll say. So you have used 12 feet so far. You have plenty of... It's difficult terrain, though. So that would work, right? You have enough to get across, I believe. It would take you 20 feet to go... Oh, no, it's... So if it's 20 feet across and it's difficult terrain, that means it's 40 feet total, right, guys?
Yeah, it would take 40 feet of movement, right? Yep.
All right.
Because
So
each move costs one more than
if he
normal.
if he uses the rest of his speed, he can only get about another quarter of the way. He'll still have to take
But he
him
could draw an opportunity of attack too.
It will take him one more turn to keep going.
Is there any way, since he's...
And these things
on
are
the
actually
rope-
encompassing him, Red, so within a 10-foot radius, so he won't get an advantage. He will not do that. They don't occupy a 5-foot cube.
But you could see these creatures in the water easy.
You guys can now. They're flourishing around him, splashing all in the water and everything. They're drawn, especially now that there's blood in the water. They're going into a frenzy.
Is there any way I could grab his rope and just pull him over?
If you wanted to try and move, if you wanted to do that on your turn, you can.
Okay.
You would be able to help him. I didn't roll for Milo. He rolled a 6. That's Milo's.
So we
Are
got
you still waiting on me?
Well, now, yeah. Well, you rolled a 6
Okay.
and Milo rolled a 6. I mean, you could wait till
Yeah.
after Milo if you want it.
I'm gonna attempt something. I'm gonna stick my one hand under the water and use poison spray.
Okay.
It's got a range of 10 feet. Would that work since they're swarming me?
That would
Okay.
that would work.
All right.
It would fill the water with poison.
Yeah, and Milo is upset about the elves peeing in the pool. Look what the dwarfs do.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, I'm being attacked.
Yeah, well, me
18 to hit.
and Clan Air Laloo kind of swim in that water.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
Luckily, the water's flowing.
I rolled an 18 for my attack. that hit?
It does. Is that how poison spray works, boys? Okay, I must make a Constitution saving throw, so it's not even an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So here's what we do. I will roll a Constitution saving throw.
It says the damage increases when level 5, so it's 2d12.
Yeah, 2d12.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys still got to roll. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So these creatures don't have a high Constitution, but I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
I swear to God, that's not. We won't celebrate that one. That's probably higher than your spell save DC.
Yeah.
But they take half damage, don't they? Let me look here. Or take...
No, there's no
they don't.
damage.
They don't.
No.
So the water fills with this green stuff, and it's a good idea, but the water's running so fast, the poison kind of just moves away too quickly for the piranha to be affected by it.
And there, our dinner magically turns to something we can't eat.
As I still gnaw on the little ones.
I know. He's pulling it
that
like
thing earlier.
Sylvester the cat style. He's putting the fish in his mouth, pulling out bones, and we're like
Bones.
starving.
That's just like
I-
that little asshole elf kid.
I pull out my water skin and I'm just like chugging, watching the dwarf struggle in the water.
I don't have many options, okay?
Don't sweat it, man. First natural 20 I've rolled in a long time, so... Yes.
I throw my scraps away from my fish bones, and I pick up the rope, and I just want to yank him across the river there.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
His piston's still in the ground back there, so he's got really.
That's fine. That's fine. So you said athletics, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That is going to be a 17.
Okay. I set the DC at 15 to try and pull his steel peg out. So, punk, it comes out of the ground back there, and you're able to pull him pretty much the rest of the way across the water there. So you can be able to get him out of the water. He's got little fishes sticking all over in his beard and stuff, trying to bite at him.
Yeah, I have a +7 to athletics, so that's pretty sweet.
The thing slides between me and Chris.
So what's left of the swarm?
It looks about, they're kind of scurrying around now over there on the other side of the water, but it's definitely about half the size that it was.
Okay, yeah, that's still in range of my Toll of the Dead, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'll just kind of strike down at the air, and
Cool.
it kind of cracks with that noise, and I'll do the 2d8 damage. They have to do the Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
I'll do it right now, see if I get anything. They roll a 7.
Okay, so 13 damage to the swarm this time.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Actually, it's D12 because they're already damaged. So I'm just going to roll 2d4 and add it if that's all right with you.
Sounds good to me. Go ahead and do that.
13, 16, 20 damage total.
Skadoosh. The water is just like, it just splashes up like it's the Bellagio or something, and then finally settles down, and all these piranhas seem to be dispersed. And you can move forward.
There should still be that one rope that I had left over there.
That will end combat.
Oh, okay.
The rest
Yeah.
of the swarm goes floating down the river.
What manner of place are we where the fish bite back?
Well, it's actually a different version of the jungles of Chult. Have you ever heard of that place?
I may have seen it on a map.
There are many carnivorous creatures that live here, even in the water and the sky.
He looks around. You'll find much honor here.
Sure. And poison ivy, too. And Milo,
have
I
a
guess,
stat
will
for that.
Milo will go up to the rope and he'll make his way across.
And then, Barrow will cross as well.
Yeah, we'll just get across there.
And Milo waves his little wand on all of you and dries you all off. See, neat, huh? I'll be a wizard in no time.
Impressive.
Okay, as you guys look into the forest, it seems that there are one of two ways you can go, either the left or the right, because there's a large, thick bush here, and the two ways you can go look like more of those game paths through the forest. that could be easily chopped through with a machete or what have you for traveling through the woods.
I pry my javelin out of the tree that has the rope attached, and I roll the rope back up, put it away, and put the javelin back away. And look at Milo and say, "So which way do you want to go, little guy?"
It doesn't matter to me, but the left seems more lit.
Well, it's your adventure. Let's go. So
Before we head up, I'm
off.
gonna reclaim my other hand axe and rope.
Sounds good.
So yeah.
Are you going to lead the group left?
Yeah, I mean Milo wants to go left. Let's go.
All right.
It's his first adventure. We have to, give him the option and make choices.
Very cool. It's his first adventure.
It's ride along day. Yay, ride along day.
Right along.
Yeah.
It's his ride along day. Yeah. I flipped a coin when I said left too, so I
Fucking
didn't want
training day.
didn't want to make the yeah. This is Milo before he was even level 1. So, by the way, this is a PC that I play as sometimes in other games. Okay, so you guys are traveling through the forest. Lots of weird plants, mosquitoes, but the sun does shine through the forest much better in this part of the path than the other way, which seemed to be a little bit more as you travel along. You come across some plants that do look weird. They look like knobby, viney, purplish, spongy things.
Can I do a nature check on those?
You certainly can.
Alright.
I will aid that with guidance from Moradin. I will swing my sword in your direction and give you that D4.
Alrighty, let's see. 18 per roll, plus 3, and then it was a D4?
D4, yep.
2, so 23?
All right. You know exactly what these are, even though you're on a different plane of existence. These exist something similar in your forest back home. These are purplish-looking fungi, and you know them to be very dangerous. If you get near them, they will attack and touch you and rot your skin.
Do not, under any circumstance, touch this plant. Don't even look at it. I want you to just look away. Terrible business.
Milo, who was already curious, recoils his hand back. Oh, okay.
It'll rot the flesh off your bones, boy. Trust me, you don't want to go through that.
Meanwhile,
Thank you,
Well, you lost
Dumathoan,
my
for
teeth.
sharing your secrets.
Like candy rots my teeth?
Yes.
Oh. Does it taste like candy?
Don't just stop looking at it.
All right. And so, you guys.
I try to assess if there's any way around it.
Oh yeah, they're just along the path there. You can easily walk around these.
Well, I have
but,
to feed them.
All right.
Proceed
guys-
with caution.
You're moving at a slow pace through the jungle, so just more of the same. Chopping away at the brush because sometimes it gets too thick to walk through. Eventually, you come across it's kind of like a muddy little giant mound of mud which looks petrified in the path, and there's little bugs flying around it. And this is a good 30 feet away when you notice it.
I don't like the looks of that mound.
And you can hear little buzzing sounds every once in a while, but you've been hearing mosquitoes all day too. But
Can I make a survival check to identify it?
sure, you can attempt a survival check.
All right. I'm going to use the the guidance cantrip on myself to add the D4.
Okay, very good.
It's a 10.
Okay. You know that in your travels, you have seen such things as muddy little structures that insects will create, especially like certain breeds of wasp will build their home these muddy constructions.
Dumathoan, he doesn't tell me much, but he tells me we should avoid that place. I can't be stealthy around it.
Agreed. Any form of colony of bugs is not good.
Okay.
Perhaps we can stay hidden from it in some way.
To circumvent that, I will allow you guys to try and we're going to make a stealth check to get around it. I'll say you try to walk around and try to go unnoticed by the. That's what we'll do. Hang on.
That would be difficult for me, so I would not attempt that.
Oh no!
Would you guys like to burn it?
We start hearing Chris's armor go.
Yeah, exactly. I have disadvantage, and I'm not very dexterous, anyways. I could still give myself the bonus.
Give yourself the bonus.
Yep.
Well, Oakenheart's already got 9, so.
Oh, my stuff is garbage too. So.
I
also got a 9.
So you're not going to try and are you going to try and circumvent it?
I don't think we
can. That's not a tactic for me. That's not a tactic for me. So that's what I'm advising the party. Yeah.
Yeah. So before you take any stealth checks or anything, boys, if we do this, I'll keep those as your stealth checks if we go.
Okay.
But you well, now they know you're not. I'll let you re-roll them if you decide to do a stealth check. But you guys can come up with any kind of creative way, or just kind of toss me an idea, and I'll tell you if you can do it.
Clan Erlalu, could you use your ability to run these creatures off into another direction?
And I don't know. The Dumathoan has not given me too many of his secrets. He keeps them deep. Perhaps I can distract it by setting a light upon something. I know that in the homelands of Everesca, the flying insects were attracted to the light.
Clan Oakenheart.
I can shoot it with lasers. I can. I have some acid. I have. I have these fire things here. They're vials of fire. I think it's alchemist fire. Yeah, that's what it is.
I mumbled to myself as I've been saying, "Let's burn this" the whole time.
You guys go ahead and decide what you do.
I go up to Milo and I'm like, "Let me see one of the vials."
Sure. Here you go.
So Milo, do I just throw this and the glass breaks and the fire comes out, or how does this magic work?
That's how it works.
Perfect. I look at the party for like nods of approval because I'm about to eat this motherfucker.
Why do I feel like the nod of approval won't matter? Just toss the shit. You're an orc.
Nod anyway.
Yeah, I just look and all right. So what do you want me to roll for? I
got it right here. So you can throw it up to 20 feet.
There you go.
So it's a ranged attack. Use your dex bonus.
I said it was 30 feet away, so you would have to make a would it be disadvantage after 20 feet? Is that what it means? Basically?
It doesn't have rules for that, but usually that's the case. So that's 60 feet with disadvantage.
If you move up 10 feet, make a stealth check and then throw it.
Okay.
That stealth check is garbage.
So I will give you the guidance D4 on that stealth check.
Dude, you go keep that sucker on speed dial.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what I'm here for.
I think I did all right. I got 16 beforehand.
That's great. 16 is what you got.
All right,
Your stealth check is fine. No bugs are coming at your face.
Okay.
Throw the item.
You wanted strength or what? You said dexterity?
Actually, I think it's automatically. It says 20 feet in the player's handbook, right?
Yeah, 20 feet. Yep.
Yeah, so 20 feet. You throw this thing.
It's a ranged attack. It's a dex against their AC.
Okay.
Might fumble that shit on a 1.
Make a ranged attack then, sir.
Yeah. There's no proficiency, so it's just your dex bonus.
I need to find out the damage on that too.
17.
It's a D4 fire damage at the start of each of its turn.
Cool. All right, very good. What did you say, Walter?
17. I got
That's
rolled
gonna-
15. With my
So that's
plus
going to
2
hit. So roll a D4 for me.
D4. Where is my D4?
You would roll it at the start of its turn, Chad.
Oh, okay. So I roll
Yep.
it at the beginning. Okay.
At the start of its turn. Yep, that's when it takes
Thank you
the
for that
damage.
clarification. I should have had that written down too.
Yeah, no sweat.
So yes, forgive
So I
me. This is
just
my
turned-
first.
I turned back to the party with like a big shit-eating grin on my face, just looking
It
proud as
bursts
hell.
and like the bottle sinks into this mud hole, but like a lighted, like the flames come out of it. So it's green flame
Green flame.
Green flame!
comes out of the hole, and but all these like bugs come shooting out of it. Some of them have fire on them, and they start flying forward at you, and you can kind of get a better look at them. There they are. Nasty little creatures. I guess what we'll have to do is roll initiative.
I was always taught if you see a hive to kick it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's usually the rule.
Yeah, just kick it.
Always kick the hive.
Ooh my!
Oh.
And always pray to Moradin that it lands.
And then for Milo,
Is that Milo's? Or is that
no, that's the bugs.
God dang it.
I'll do Milo second every time. Okay, so there's our pecking order. Barbarian. These wasps are starting to fly at you. And they look scary.
They're scary.
They're scary, like that picture right there. That's pretty scary.
How far away are they? Are they
Um,
within axe range?
the-
You need to move up to them?
You moved. They're 20 feet away from you.
They're 20 feet away, you say?
They're swarming all around that mud hut,
So,
and they're starting to go everywhere. They're gonna be on you guys within the turn.
Chad, real quick, that alchemist fire, that could be either on the hive or on one of the creatures.
Oh, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is pool it because they were inside their hive when it happened.
Oh, okay. So they're all on fire then.
Yeah, there's several
Sweet.
of them on good and on fire.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure.
I look for the largest one, and I move to him.
I'll say these things are the size of like golf balls.
Golf balls. Man,
Yeah.
they're way bigger than the thing.
That's killer hornets, man. It's 2020, bro.
Oh god, yes! Finally, the killer hornets have arrived. I don't know. I almost want to use my spear, but I don't know.
It's up to you. You have
Yeah,
10
not bad.
seconds before I go to the next person. 1,
Oh,
2.
man. Ruthless.
I
I'm just
go
kidding,
and
I'm just kidding.
I just swing my axe at him. Fuck it.
Okay. Go ahead and attack.
Tiny things.
Yeah.
All right, so I got 15 for my initial, and then hold on, I gotta add my modifier. Where's my shit? Okay, so I got 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right,
Roll damage.
roll my damage.
That's gonna be a D12 plus your 4, if you're not raging.
D12 plus 4. I got 14 on that, so roll the 10 plus 4.
All right.
And then on my first initial attack, remember I get that plus D6 because of my,
Yes. So roll your
So-
D6 plus 2.
and then a D6, so that's a 2 plus 2, right?
Yes.
So we got 18 damage.
Very cool. All right. So the significant amount of wasps you've just winging it around, and your zealot. I don't know how that would look in my mind, but I guess it's dealing what kind of damage? Radiant.
It does necrotic or a different kind. So
Okay, we'll just go with necrotic. It's like
radiant.
a black.
It's like radiant or.
We'll say a
necrotic.
black, like liquidy smoke is coming off the edge of your axe as you swing through. It's almost like a pesticide to these things, as several of them just fall to the ground.
And then I get one more attack as well.
All right, go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm rolling fucking nice right now. I got 17 beforehand, so add 7 to 17.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
24.
Yeah, you're in there.
And they're like swimwear. I got 9 plus my 4.
Yep.
So 13.
13, boys. All right, very
13.
good. All right, who's next?
You are.
One of your creatures, I think.
The bugs. Well, they're going to take that fire damage now, which is a total of 3. That's pretty good. But these little flaming, like, wasps are coming up out of this muddy
They got more dangerous.
pile of shit.
So they could
Yes.
use their action to put out the flames by doing a DC 10 dexterity check
Cool.
instead of whatever else you would do.
They're just mindless, raging bugs, though. They're coming.
They're on fire now.
Yeah.
They're coming. They make 3 attacks. Okay, so this thing is going to first try to bite you, barbarian, with. Well, I rolled a 5. It's an 8.
My AC is 15.
So no. Their second one is they're trying to claw at you. And that's going to be 15 on the nosy, which deals 2 damage to you. So he's clawing at you, and then finally a third, which is a sting.
I was waiting for that. That's gonna be a
17,
Ooh.
and so it stings you, and you're going to take 8 damage total. 5 of that being poison.
So just the sting was 8. So I had the initial. 2.
The whole thing is 8. So 2 and then 8, so 10 total. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Who next?
That'll be
We
Chris.
have.
I think it's me.
Go ahead.
So how I can move 30 feet. Would that be enough to close the distance to another one of these creatures?
Yeah, they're all around you, so you can go ahead and take an attack.
All right. Yeah, so just like my compatriot there, I'll just kind of stride towards one, and I kind of roll up my sleeves, and I just kind of reveal these brawny blacksmith arms.
Yeah.
And,
Cool.
Yeah,
Check that out.
I hoist
like
my
a
shield,
hot, muscular chick. I like it.
and I draw
Totally-
I draw this
totally-
like dwarf sword, but it's got like elf script along the blade that kind of glows blue. And I'm gonna strike it with the booming blade cantrip.
Oh, cool.
So I gotta
Nice.
make an attack. It's a 12 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, 12. I'm sorry. That's just right under their AC. I'm sorry.
I ruined it.
It was. Are you sure? Did you have the bless on yourself?
Yeah, I can't do it. I don't get any other bonuses. That's it, man. It was just a low roll. I rolled 5.
I'm sorry. I
It's
read
just
it
a
wrong
bummer.
here.
But that's
Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna take my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon at the same time. So
Okay.
a sword that looks exactly like my sword is going to make the attack instead. It's
Okay.
just a spiritual version, so it's got a +5 bonus, and that's a 20. So that's gonna hit,
Hey.
I'm guessing.
Natural?
Yes.
Yeah, natural 20.
Woo! Huzzah!
It doesn't critical or anything like that.
You look good failing. That's
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted. Spiritual weapon. That's 1d8 plus 3 damage.
Cool.
So that's 11. I got an 8. That's cool. 11 damage.
All right. Chris, would you like to describe what it looks like killing the rest of a swarm of hornets?
Yeah. So the spiritual version of just kind of hits where I whiffed because it was just that much closer to the target,
Yeah.
and it kind of just elongates in size as it slashes, so that it encompasses the whole swarm and destroys it.
And you can see over there where that alchemist fire is still like burning that hut, that it's just melting, and the rest of the like larvae and stuff are oozing out of this melting mound of mud, which is now circumvented.
I like to think that your spiritual blade is very competitive and it wants to do better than you. So you guys you have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it only lasts a minute, so that's it for the game.
There you go.
I win, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I always win.
Nice. Milo is over there, like, picking out, like, little bits of larva and putting them in a jar.
What are you going to do with that, boy? Clan Milo.
Master Murlen says that field study is the best form of education. So whenever I find a new creature like this, I sometimes take pieces of it or these little larvae and I'll study them.
Verity will reach down and grab some larvae too, but he doesn't like. All he's got is his little belt pouch, so he kind of stuffs them in there.
I nudge Oakenheart and like point towards Verity and just like give him a little smirk.
Okay, boys, how would you like to proceed?
How injured are you, Clan Bloodbeard?
I'm not poorly. You know, I'm all right. I'm good to go. Continue the adventure.
Okay. All right. Well, move forward then. You guys travel a little bit further into the jungle. You find the head of a statue in the path.
Do any of us recognize that head?
It's only half, so the rest of it is submerged into the ground. It almost looks humanoid, but it has large teeth and a large round nostril. And I would say that our druid would recognize this almost as ape-like shape, seeing that he, I believe, has that on the spell list somewhere.
Well, it's definitely an ape.
Or some sort of monkeyish creature.
Can I do I have double proficiency on history checks with stonework. Can I
Yeah, you can do that.
make a roll?
I'm going to give you the D4 blessing as well.
Yeehaw. Okay. I got a 13, and I don't know how the double proficiency bonus works.
So
So
whatever
you're-
your proficiency bonus is, plus 2 or times 2.
For history,
So what's your proficiency bonus? So it should be at least 6.
okay, so I rolled 13, and then his bonus is a 1.
So that's a total of like 17 already before adding them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You recognize this stonework as not anything made by dwarves, or it doesn't look elvish. It's a primitive origin. It seems like it's been carved out with maybe the tools of this land. You know what I mean? The only thing that they like a very it's a very brittle stone.
I'm gonna like run my hands over it and then like give it a big long lick on the forehead.
Okay.
Like just smack my lips.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck yeah.
As
was
you
made-
okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's made by primitives, not any elvish or dwarvish making. I believe it's made by those native to this land. And then just act like that's all you need to know.
Right. Nothing happens as you lick it. It just seems to be sitting here, and the little parrot lands on, shits on it, and then flies off.
A blessing.
Milo scoops a little bit into a jar.
I'm gonna eye him concernedly.
What? We're in a different dimension. Everything here, like, rare.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I will take some also. Then. Puts it in the pouch with the grubs.
Here, I'll
and all
share
that
that.
shit.
I'll share. Yeah, here you go. Like sharing a little
Sharing your poo.
shot. All right. If you guys want to travel on, you guys are like chopping through the brush, you come to an open area there where some little little pool of cool water that you might be able to fill your canteens if you want.
Is this a good place to take a rest?
You can certainly try.
What,
You can try.
how long have we been traveling?
I would say that you've been at this for a good, at least 8 hours.
I'm good.
You probably have, I would guess, half of the day left.
What
I say
time of day is
we
it?
push on till night.
Well, it'd be about midday in your dimension anyway. In the position of the sun.
It'll be hard to set up camp at night. You never know what creatures are out here.
Not to worry. I can see in the dark.
Is any part of our destination in sight, by the way? Like, are we visibly getting closer?
You guys know that this this temple. We'll say you were looking south, and you've continued to head south. You've maintained your bearing. Would say.
Because we
But,
have to find whatever we have to find by the time we get there, and then complete that, and then get back. You know, like we have 3 days if we're taking a rest. We're 8 hours in.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're 8 hours in.
Well, I'm just worried we may not find a spot as forgiving as this one. But I will continue if we should.
So as you guys begin to walk, Milo steps on a branch, and the branch moves, and it whoa, whoa, and the branch like encircles his ankle, and what appeared to be just normal little bushel of plants is now starting to move around, and it looks a little something like this. Bum bum bum. As it comes to life, it starts to come to life. Whoa!
I say, yeah, of course. Let's stop here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, come on.
Our plant-like monster. Come on.
Wait, I add my proficient or
No.
Your initiative.
initiative.
The initiative modifier.
Yes. Okay.
Verity is our first up.
All right, describe to me the scene that I have. I see Milo's getting pulled. Is
Milo's
he
like,
fully up? Yeah.
All of a sudden, the forest seems to have come alive, and he is like, whoa! Is like starting to be dragged a little bit by his leg.
How close would I be to this viney monstrosity?
I imagine that the party is traveling within at least 5 feet of each other, pretty much, right?
Okay, yeah, we're probably tight.
Yep.
Well then, okay.
Cozy.
As a bonus action, Verity reaches his hand out. Into the winds of burning flame, I summon Fafnir's Bane, and a sword appears in his hand. Gold in nature. And
Nice.
on my action, I'm going to go ahead and swing at this creature. But while I'm swinging, I'm also casting a spell, but it'll only take if I hit it.
Okay, very good.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh man, just like me.
Cease and desist.
Aw.
Cease and desist.
Swah! The thing, your sword plants itself into the vines of this thing, but vines just kind of like roll over it, and you recoil your sword back before it can take your sword away, because you can't be disarmed
Okay, yes.
of your magic blade.
Yes. It's level 5, so I get an extra attack. I'm going to go ahead and do my second attack, alright?
You can attempt it again.
Yes. This one's much better. So this one is 25 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
Let him
So-
have it.
Yeah, so he was activating Green Flame on that attack.
Green flame.
Flame.
But that takes an action.
Oh,
If I did extra attack,
That's right. okay, so let me explain this to the party. He gets 2 attacks usually, but unfortunately, attempting green flame is a whole action,
Yeah,
and he could
Using the spell, the cantrip Green
Yeah.
Flame Blade.
you could only do that. You wouldn't get your second attack with it.
Right.
No
So
problem. Lesson
Because
learned,
you
right?
get the double damage bonus on the Green Flame Blade at the 5th level instead of the second attack. That's why.
Cool. Milo's turn is next, and he kind of takes his wand and he zaps almost the vine away from his ankle. Whoa! And like
Scooby
rolls
doos
away.
himself down. Yeah.
Yeah, rolls away, and
Jeepers.
and he pulls his belt up, and he's getting his wand ready to do something magical when all of a sudden another vine from behind you guys comes and grabs his arm this time, and you hear almost this hulking sound coming from behind you. This is on the opposite side of you guys flanking you as a large carnivorous plant creature. So the forest is coming alive, left and right.
Do you think a druid would have been able to
Making
tell
out
us
with
about
cats.
My passive is only so good.
Yeah,
All right.
So does that creature act on this turn, or
it's gonna be scroll.
All right. I'm gonna swear in Dwarvish something in the lines of "Fuck these plants, I hate this dimension," and then I'm gonna cast.
Tuncha.
I'm gonna cast Flame Blade.
All right.
Cast that as my bonus action, and then because the
Now
boy,
you can make an. You can make a now. I'm sorry. Now, yeah. Now you can use a regular action to make an attack roll.
Yes. I'm going to attack the plant that has the boy.
Okay, the carnivorous-looking monster one.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Would my proficiency bonus be that for a scimitar or just what weapons I normally have?
It's a melee spell attack bonus. So whatever your spell attack bonus is for casting any attack spell.
Ah. Ooh. Much better. Okay. 23 to hit?
Yep. With standing ovation.
Yeah. 3d6. That is 12. Well, pardon me. Hold on. I accidentally rolled a d20 in my excitement, or d12 in my excitement.
I remember my first time.
It's gonna be 4.
How much is it?
4.
3d6 and you only did 4? Oh no.
Yep. I got 2 1s and a 2.
Oh no.
Welcome to D&D.
I know, dude.
Your flaming sword still, it managed to cut through that one vine that's grabbing Milo's arm. Let's say that.
Good, the boy's safe.
Freeing Milo's hand from being swallowed.
Yes.
Plot armor. Who's next? Next we have.
Whoever's got the 9.
It's the monster,
sorry.
actually.
Yes.
The monster
Yep.
gets to go.
Are you
Yeah, this is
all,
the first-
do all monsters gonna go on this
Thi-
turn?
No, this is
Okay.
that first monster that came to life first. He's going to try to attack. You just slashed at him with your sword, so he's going to try and attack Dragonborn.
Yep.
That's well, where's his thing here? Oh, here it is. +4. 11 to hit.
No, they will not hit.
Okay, so he is unable to. It tries to come at you and engulf you. Is what it's doing. It's like whipping its arms around this viney looking net, but you're able to just kind of circumvent it by swinging your sword around and keeping it off of you. Next, then will be bear.
Okay, so I guess we're kind of like between the two monsters.
Yeah, you're being flanked on either side.
All right. Yeah, I just want to probably attack the one holding the kid then. If I can make a 30-foot move.
The carnivorous monster. Yeah, I would say that the monster is about 20 feet off the beaten path with its outstretched vines coming at you.
We want to stick our half orc onto that really vicious looking thing.
Oh, I'm waiting.
That's what you're going after, the vicious looking one, right, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm going after whichever one's threatening Milo now, which I think is the second one.
Yes, that would be the vicious
the carnivorous
guy.
one. Yeah. The big one. Yep.
The
Yeah.
one
I'm gonna kind of shield again up ahead of me, march toward it, and then strike that sword strike straight down, and we'll do that booming blade cantrip again.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's an 11 to hit.
No, it's just not enough.
All right, I'm gonna use that
suck?
bonus. I'm gonna use that bonus action again and make that spiritual weapon, so I'll just burn another spell slot.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll make an attack.
You say one thing, Chad. We don't lie about our rolls, man.
Oh yeah, I trust everybody. Yeah.
That's a melee spell attack. Oh, so that's a +6. Cool. All right. Oh, god damn it, that's a 7. All right. Well, that's it.
The vines are just whipping around, man. It's like poison ivy in a rage, dude. It's like
My weapons, spiritual and otherwise, cannot find purchase.
it's like totally like sword fighting these vines, trying to get through them to the hulking carnivorous head.
Wriggle yourself free. Morden helps those that help themselves.
Right.
So if it's the, I don't know if you're gonna do big creature or if it's the orc's turn, but if it's the orc's turn, we just look at the orc and go, Bloodbeard smash.
How did you know I was going to enrage and reckless attack in the same?
Because I played with Chad.
Is it my turn now, or what are we doing here?
Oh, sorry, Kelgor. Yes, Kelgor is your
We never got around for when the big creature's gonna go. That's all.
Ah, okay. Well, if it's my turn, I'm going to attack the large creature that still has Milo. Me being so upset.
Milo is cut free.
Oh, he got cut free? Okay.
Yes, the fire
I know you got
sword.
it the first time. Fire sword. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to enrage, and
all right.
I can do rage and reckless attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rage is a bonus action. Reckless attack, it just happens.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't also a bonus action. So you
You
can
can-
roll advantage.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you're on the monster now.
All right, I got 4 and 11, and with my modifier, that gives me it's gonna be 18. It's my high roll.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
Good. All right, so I'm gonna roll my 12, and then I get my. All right. Damn, that was horrible. So my 12 is a 1 plus the 6, so that's 7. And I
Now roll your D6 plus 2.
So 5. So that's 12 for my first attack.
Okay.
And then I get to use my second attack, and Reckless only gives me advantage on the first, right?
Nope. Both attacks.
Both attacks. Dick, bro.
Reckless abandon.
19 is my high roll on that one with
Yep.
modifier.
That hits.
And I'm gonna roll my. Hold on, that went off the table. 11 plus the 6, so 17.
17 and 12. So 28. No, 29. 29 damage. Okay. Need my calculator. Okay, we're going back to the top now. This at the top of the initiative is our big monster. So, whose initiative I didn't put in there? He had a total of 20. Okay. Since you're right there on it and hitting it with an axe, he's gonna attack you.
Oh yeah,
His
I
big
hear those
old,
double dice. Oh,
his
yeah.
big old. Yeah, you hear those big old clackers? That's my
I
big
hear
dice.
those double
Clack,
dice.
clack, 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 clack. Let me just cup him a little bit. He rolls. His high roll is. It's going to be 18 to hit you.
Yep. Smack me on
Now
the
you're
head.
going to take 15 damage from that halved, so it's going to be 8. I believe that is, yes. 8 damage total. That's after your resistance and everything. Okay. In addition, vines are going to come around you, and they are going to try and restrain everyone in the party. Everybody make a strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, baby.
Natural 20.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Verity, what did you get?
I've got a 12.
Okay.
I don't know if he added his modifier to that natural 20, right? It should be higher than 20.
I don't have any strength modifiers.
Very good.
Weak.
I'm dexterous. What can I say?
Well, guess what, everybody? You all passed your strength saving throws. So these vines are coming up around you, but it's almost like the barbarian whacking it in the head with the axe a couple of times. The vines are just kind of gently going around you and haven't started to squeeze yet. You are not restrained. Okay, that is the end of that monster's turn. It's going to be back to Verity.
All right, gonna attack. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
Yes, sir. Which one are you attacking? The
one that was attacking Milo. I'm still on him.
the first
Yeah.
monster. Very good.
So now I'm gonna activate Green Flame Blade
Okay.
at level 5 on a hit, which we successfully hit it. The spell damage increases with reach. Okay, at level 5, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 fire damage on top of the d8
Your regular-
rolling. Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be 10 points slashing damage, and then 7 points fire damage.
Okay. Well, explain to me how you fell this creature.
Well, he comes through with his sword, and he gets it right. He cuts it right into the vines that were reaching out at us, and it kind of is in there. And then that's when the green flame ignites from the inside and
Green
starts,
flame.
starts
Green flame.
bursting through it. Now the question is, how close is the other creature to us? Because if there's a creature within 5 feet, the flame will leap.
It is a long way off.
Okay, so it
He
just
had to run
engulfs.
20 feet off the path. to
Yeah,
get
it
there.
engulfs this one creature. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt Milo.
We'll say that the rest of that fire damage jumped off and like maybe circumvented a lot of these vines that are coming out of the ground trying to get you guys.
Yes.
They recoil a little. They're very good. All right.
And so, how far am I away from the other creature? Can I make a movement to him?
Yes, you could. I said he was 20 feet off the beaten path. It'd probably take you about 30 feet to get there.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I can make 30 feet.
Okay.
But I am going to use Second Wind.
You can do that.
No, I'm sorry. Action Surge is what I meant. Action Surge. I want to take the extra. On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular. So I'm going to use that action as an attack.
Okay.
That's going to be 13 to hit.
Yes.
All right.
On the nosy.
That's going to be 8 points slashing damage.
Very good. All right. So
So I should be up there
Very
with
good.
the Barbarian.
very good. Next is Milo, who's going to use his slingshot. And a little like blue pellet shoots out. And when it hits this thing, you can see it strike and like almost like, remember when Iceman touches something, a little bit of ice like forms there? He deals 5 points or 1 point of cold damage and 4 points of piercing damage to it. And the thing kind of recoils in pain, screeching in this from this cold damage that happens to it.
Sweet.
That's next up is
Scroll.
scroll.
Okay. I am going to swing my flame blade again.
Okay.
13?
Yes. On the nosy.
Okay. Come on, guys. Big money, big money. Got 15 flame damage.
Very nice. This thing is like pieces of it are falling off now, and it's like half of its jaw came off now, and it's like a looks like a tremor that's been messed up. But it's still like chomping and waving its vines around.
I still have movement, right?
I believe you would, yes, if you did not
Okay.
move at all.
No. Can I kind of like position myself to like keep Milo safe, like not like
Yep.
get directly in front of him, so he can
Yeah,
still
you can move.
attack.
You can move right in front of Milo.
Yeah, like right, like adjacent to him, so I could like
Sounds
be
good.
closer to help him,
Sounds good.
and that'll be it.
Awesome. Next we have Barrel.
All right, yeah, I'm still in front of the boss, so I'm gonna kind of slash down with the sword again.
All
With
right.
the booming blade. So this time it's 18 to hit.
Yay!
Yeah.
It hits.
So,
Tell me what happens.
that'll be the 1d8 regular damage, and then 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
Let's see. 8, 10, 13 damage. And it's kind of encased in like this magical barrier, so that if it moves by the end of my next turn, it'll take an additional 2d8 damage.
Well, it does move because it's writhing in pain from what you just did. Tell me how you want to do this.
Okay. Yeah, so when it makes that movement, the kinetic energy just kind of builds up and it blows it apart.
The barbarian, everybody is covered in chloroplast and bits of like splinters. The vines that were already trying to grapple you now just kind of gently caress your skin as they drop to the ground, making you feel awkward.
Well met.
The
Awesome.
druid has a boner.
Moradin can destroy and create.
Excellent, boys.
Our time is running short.
Hey, guys, look! And Milo points out, very close to where the carnivorous plant was, this little guy.
Yay.
Was it part of the creature?
It's just growing very near to it, along the sides of a tree.
Ooh.
There's like there's like 3 or 4 of them within a 10-foot radius.
Milo, is
So.
that the flower we must obtain?
Well, it's humming like a bell, so yeah, I think so. And he'll pluck it, and he sticks it in his little sack. He says, "Well, that's one goal accomplished today."
I want to clap him on the back again and tell him he did
Whoa!
a good job.
Thanks.
Side
I
quest.
zapped him with my cold pellet.
That you did, lad.
This side quest is complete. Now we can continue for the final encounter.
Yes, and kill that bitch who killed my parents. Ooh, I said the B word. All right. Go ahead and continue on. Now, I'm going to say that there's probably a good 4 hours before nightfall. Let's make that.
How far
Yeah.
off do you think we are from our goal there?
You're only halfway there.
should rest then.
You could probably travel another 2 hours and set up camp comfortably before dark, and have enough time to set up any kind of fortification you would with the last 2 hours of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
Beryl, what does Odin say?
I defer to the wisdom of the dwarves. Dumathoan keeps his secrets in these matters.
Scratch my beard. Setting up camp doesn't sound like a bad idea. We are a long ways off, I would guess.
These lands are full of creatures that want to
I was
stalk
just
and hunt
about to
us.
say that. Yeah, totally. I'm with the dragon board on this. I don't want to be walking around in the dark. I'm telling you that right now. We should probably set up some sort of fort for the night. I know we have time is of the essence, but we're all pretty exhausted, and traveling in the dark, even though I have a light, from what I know about my studies, is that the creatures of the night are going to be pretty hungry.
Oh, they are.
Milo has the wisdom of Mjorlin, then. Perhaps we will set up camp. I'll just start setting up my bedroll.
Milo pulls out a tent and he taps it with his wand, and it goes like just like opens up really quick, like one of those tents you can buy that's like opens up automatically.
Those pup tents.
Yes.
Yeah, Verity will start working on a little fire. Something, probably put some rocks around it so it doesn't jump too far, but they can control it. Just something to light it up a little bit where they're at.
Let me. Can I do a nature check?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Let's see. Shit, I should have checked on that earlier. I was trying to think of like while we were on the tracks, on the game trail to look at. Actually, yeah. Can I go further away from where we are?
Yeah.
To investigate the game trail we locked on.
And he was never seen again.
You can do that.
Like 15 feet away from the camp.
Okay.
So I'm still within line of sight, and make a nature check for like any kind of recognizable.
Are you trying to find
prints.
tracks?
Yeah, like paw prints.
Okay.
Any kind of.
You would make.
sign.
I'll let you do nature. It's either nature or survival, whichever one's highest for you.
Yeah. Let's see. 14.
Okay. There are so many things in the grass. There are small, tiny mice-like looking paw prints underneath the blades of grass. There are also large feet or footprints somewhere in the vicinity of being anywhere from 12 inches wide to 2 feet wide. But no set, like nothing's passed through here in a while that has made any fresh footprints. But from judging by the damage of the grass and things like that, that's about what you would surmise. All manner of creature pass through these woods.
Okay, I am going to walk back to the camp, and about what would the circumference of our camp be? Like, just
you guys tell me. Tell me how much space you would like to clear out.
I'm gonna look to everyone else in the camp. Like, I think it would be wise if we got as close together as comfortable, not like on top of each other, but I'm gonna set up a little snare trap with a bell. That way, if anything tries to come upon us,
Okay, very good.
Have some advance warning.
Nice. Okay.
Yes,
So,
let us keep the camp tight.
Nice. Okay, very good.
The land around us seeks to kill us.
I think we should also set up like a sentry guard or a fire watch where one of us stays up?
Yes.
I can take watch.
Where is...
I only require a short reverie. I can take the next watch.
Good thinking. Where is... I can't remember how much line is in the tackle box.
I think it's a lot. It's like a fishing pole's worth.
Yeah, so...
I would say at least 50 feet.
Yeah, so...
If you are to watch, boy, I will join you upon this task.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll give him what for. We'll talk about wizard stuff.
Yes, yes, we will.
Let's see.
Do you have a wand? Sorry.
We're gonna be taking a long rest, right?
You will be setting up for a long rest, yes.
All right, cool.
We got 50 feet of silk rope if you'd rather use that than like some fishing tackle, unless you're trying to be like sneaky about it.
Trying to be sneaky about it. Let's see, so 50... Yeah.
Verity's going to try to look for a stick that would maybe resemble a wand.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll use 3 of my
You have little bells.
yeah, I have a bell set up, and
Okay.
I'm gonna use the fishing line, and I'll use
Cool.
3 of my iron spikes for anchor points. Or no, let's make it 4. That would make more sense.
I love that. I like the creativity using the items in the book. I've never seen a camp of players do that. So go ahead and award yourself inspiration.
How do I do that?
You just going to keep it. Just write it down somewhere that you have inspiration currently. You can expend that inspiration anytime you wish during gameplay to either re-roll something that you have rolled or help assist someone else re-roll something they've failed.
Ah. I'll write it on the back of my hand because I'm a goblin.
All right. Very good. I'll say that you were managed to get your traps set up in a good perimeter there, so that you could, and you upon testing it, it makes a little jingle.
Mm.
And there you go. Someone wanna
I'll curl up.
whatever.
I wake up in the middle of the night. I go to take a piss, and I hit the bell.
Leap up with my javelin. Who goes there?
Right. Okay, so you guys have just set out bed rolls. Milo
I just got
says,
2 blankets.
should we build a fire?
I was working on that with the tinderbox.
Okay. So you are going to build a fire.
Yes, I was working on that before.
All right. I will say that you successfully do so. I'm going to say that you know better to make it too big because you are trying to, again, sneak up to this temple. So the small fire that you make is very small. Okay. So here we are. You've got your camp set up, boys. Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna eat one of my rations from my explorer pack.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to eat rations. And Milo reaches into his bag and a huge basketball-sized clump of what looks to be cotton candy and starts to eat it.
You really are gonna ruin your teeth that way.
He looks at you chewing the candy, and he takes his wand and he just holds it up, and he points it at his mouth and goes, and like cleans his teeth, and he goes, "I'm good."
I'm gonna curse in Dwarvish out of respect, but like, just go lay down, wrapped up in my 2 blankets.
Okay.
These are the spells Clan Merlon bestowed upon you.
Well, I have been studying these two very much. It's like my initiate spells. It's taken me 3 years to master them. I know another spell, but I'm not allowed to use it.
Fair.
Why?
It makes a mess.
But you have the ability to clean all the messes.
Yeah, this one makes a big mess.
Like, what kind of big mess?
Oh, I don't like to talk about it too much because Master Merlin didn't know I was studying it, and he was kind of mad the first time I did it. Even though it was a success, I ruined one of his favorite foyers, and a potion that he was working on fell over and shattered, and it was a lot. And anyway, I had to write my alchemic arithmetic problems out on an infinite chalkboard for a whole year, but it passed in the time span of a second. But I perceived it as a year. Very treacherous.
I just go to sleep and begin to snore as he's talking and droning on about his life.
Okay, very good. If nobody has anything to say or do, then we can move on from that. About 2 hours past night, Killbeard gets up and pees on the bell. Everybody shoots up and whoa, what? Whoa!
Killbeard, I like it.
Sorry, Colgore, Bloodbeard. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. So Killbeard. That's your nickname from now on. So we will relinquish watch. The Dragonborn and Milo will relinquish watch to someone else.
Well, since I already woke everybody up and
Okay, you're on watch.
Okay, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds here, Tear. A good 2 hours has gone by. Everybody's snoring away. You definitely hear something creaking through the forest. Your
quietly
keen orc ears.
I quietly go and I don't like shake anybody awake. I just kind of like slowly just kind of grab their arm and squeeze till they wake up a little bit, and they're like, okay. And I start waking everybody up.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Ah.
Whatever rung the bell, you can tell that it kind of is startled by it and like runs off into the darkness a little bit, but you haven't seen it yet. But it does seem to be circling the camp.
Can I make an investigation check?
Yep, you can run up and check your trap if you like.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You can see when you get there. You run towards the vicinity of where you thought you might have heard the jingle bell. It has snapped the wire, but it startled it, and it's now. You can hear. Let me make another check here. None of you can hear where it's at, but it seemed like it was circling the camp.
Can I investigate for footprints?
Yes.
Okay.
Make that check again for me.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my thing? 12.
Okay, let me see if I can quickly. You can surmise that there is a footprint in the ground.
Form 9.
Sweet.
It will have little fingernails too. It seems to be feline to you, and a good sized paw, a big sized paw.
Gonna look out into the dark.
Milo is just poking his head out of his tent. He's not even coming out. Is it dead? What is it?
Verity will grab a branch or something so he can kind of take a torch. Well, I guess he has torches in his bag, so he'll remove a torch from his bag and light it up from the fire. Just to get a better vision.
Okay.
Wow.
So I have to say, I have within 60 feet of you, treat dim light as bright and darkness dim light.
I have dark vision.
Okay, well, I can see 2 dwarf. Jeez,
Not as well as I.
this is true.
Actually, you can too, but you guys can argue about that if you.
I was like, you see that leaf blowing over there? Can you see it?
Yeah,
I
Make a
said so
perception.
much many more leaves
Who
than
all
you have.
has? Who all has dark vision?
Scroll does.
Barrel has
Everybody
dark. Barrel has dark vision as well.
So it seems like everybody but me.
I have the light
and-
cantrip, so I can help you out.
and Milo. Everybody, go ahead and make a perception check right now that has dark vision,
Yeah.
because and included with the light. Everybody with. Okay, well, everybody do it with advantage. Everybody do. I was gonna say do it with advantage if you have dark vision, and without it, we'll just make regular.
Natural 1. Hey, just waving that torch around.
Milo got a natural 19.
Ooh, I did fucking garbage. I got 6.
With 2 dice. Really?
I
Buy some new dice tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah.
with the natural 20, the druid sees it before it happens and is able to call out and warn the orc who
I'm
can
about to get fucking
who can
pounced on.
take advantage of it because he had
I
a
have my
natural 20.
surprise. Yeah.
You can see it. So here it is, and you manage to avoid the pounce.
Cool.
Everybody roll initiative.
Let's see what I roll. 1. Both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how that works sometimes?
Let's see.
So, Chad, you're rolling for just the tiger?
And Milo.
Okay.
But Milo's in the tent. But he's still in the initiative.
But Milo's still first, then the tiger, right?
No, always I do the enemy first, and
Okay.
so
Sounds good,
Milo's
sounds
gonna be
good.
the 6.
Yep, got it. So it's between you and Chris. The 17s. Come on, Chris. Come on.
I will defer to Chris to go first because you guys
Yeah.
did so well perceiving the creature.
Kill it with 1 blow, Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's in striking distance, I'm just gonna attack it with my sword.
Schward! Do it
Alright.
to it.
Oh, man, God bless America. That's a 9.
It's just below. No, that won't hit.
All right. Well,
Buy you
shit,
some new dice tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. No, the last 3 rolls were high teens. I'm gonna burn a spell slot and cast that spiritual weapon and give that a crack.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
All right, and that'll do 10 damage.
At this point, Verity's thinking we should just take his spiritual weapon with us on the adventures and leave him at home.
Skadoosh! Very good. Well, the tiger will try to come back at you then
Okay.
with his claws. He rolls a 12 plus 6 is 18 to hit. Nope. All right. It just those claws come down. You can see them glistening in the firelight as they scratch across your breastplate, and you're like, ah. There you go.
This is forged in the fires of Gontal Grim. It will take more than a pet cat swipe to damage me.
Fuck yeah.
All right, sweet. Next is who's the next on our initiative? Verity.
Verity, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's probably still dark out there.
It is dark out in the forest. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to hold my attack should he come towards the fire within range, and then I'll attack.
Okay, so next on our initiative, we Killbeard. Krollgore.
Killbeard.
Killbeard. I like it. What's your little name?
I'm gonna do reckless.
Okay,
reckless
very good.
attack, and let's see what we get. Actually, I don't know why I did. All right, there's my advantage. Okay, 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and then so I need to roll that 12, and then with a 6. Yep. Alright. So I got 12 between the 2 dice, plus 4, 16. And then, yeah, I think that's it, right? So 16 on my first go.
Okay, 16 on your first go.
And then I'm going to try and do my second attack. Make sure I use my 2d20s this time. I got a 19 on that one, was my high.
Yep, that'll work.
And then 12 damage on that one.
Very cool. All right. So that is a total of 28. All right. Let me gather my math here real quick. All right. It's Bloody Tiger. Next in our initiative is... see, after you, it is looks like it's Milo. Milo shoots at it with his little slingshot, and he rolls a 4 plus, so 8. That's not enough. A little rock goes flying by the tiger. He's like, "Damn!" And he goes back into the tent, and you hear muffled from the inside the tent, "Oops, I said the D word." And now we're back to the... no, Scroll. Scroll's turn with a 3. How'd you get a 3?
With great finesse.
He is dexterous, and he has to have... unless he rolled a 0.
No, I rolled a natural 1, and then I added my plus.
Oh, okay.
2
That's
for
how you...
initiative.
that's how you get a 3. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to brandish my spear. Or not my spear, my javelin and my shield, and I'm going to yeet the javelin at
Okay.
that fucking tiger.
All right, sweet.
Let's see. 9.
No. You can use your inspiration if you'd like to re-roll that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
Yes. 20.
Natural 20?
No.
Okay, dirty 20. All right, very good. That
Dirty
hit.
20. All right. Decent. I'm gonna roll my metal one.
Yeah.
1d6.
I like that thudding metal sound.
5.
5 plus your damage bonus?
7. Oh, so plus 2.
Plus 2, so 7 total.
Yes.
Right. So now this thing's got a javelin sticking out of its neck. Blech.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to brandish one of my hand axes.
Oh, okay. I'll let it happen. Typically, I will say this: it takes a whole action to use your shield, but I'm not a stickler about it. But
okay.
you have one free action where you could draw a weapon, which you drew your javelin, which is no big deal. On your next turn, your axe will automatically. So, but that's just for your own reference, so that you learn that little.
Yes, I need to read more of the player's handbook.
It's all good.
No one reads the
We'll
player's
walk you through
handbook.
Yeah, we just learned over years and years playing. That's all. Okay. Let's see. We're back to the top of the initiative, aren't we?
Bring it home, Chris.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to. Is it still within range for me?
Oh yeah. He's
Okay.
just washing around and.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit him with the booming blade then. and hopefully not miss this time. So that's a 19, so that's a 26 to hit.
Hooray!
Ask you which god I have to pray to so that rolls right.
Yeah, right. So that's 10. That's 13 damage, and then if he moves before my next turn begins, he'll take another 2d8.
Yeah.
Okay, well, once again, you don't get to do that.
Okay.
Because tell me how Booming Blade looks when you kill a tiger with it.
Yeah, I just I hammer,
Bring
straight.
it home, Chris.
Yeah, bring the sword down, and then just the sound of the hammer striking the anvil as it just crushes its skull and cleaves it in half.
So it just blows up, and its fucking fur it flies off of it like a tiger carpet.
It could have been a carpet, but now he's destroyed it. Not even a jacket.
That's a ratty one.
Yeah.
But there's tiger bloods everywhere, and Milo is scooping it up into a jar.
Are there
I
any
once heard
claws
of a
left?
I once heard of a really powerful wizard who said he drank tiger blood. I think his name was Master Sheen or something, and that made him powerful. I'm gonna keep this.
Oh yes, white.
Yeah, you can
powder
find the
and
claws
tiger
and
blood.
teeth and shit everywhere, all over the place.
I'd like to make I want to collect my broken twine.
Okay.
and make a
I'll
little-
say that. I'll say that the rest of the night will pass. Even with watch, you guys have to be extra watchful now. You've got blood on the air.
So just a
still
short rest.
Still managed to get a full rest in because everybody was able to get half of one in before, and with you guys, and especially with the elf only having to meditate for 4 hours, you can sleep until probably 5 a.m., which is, I would say, enough. That's a good 8 hours that you guys will be able to squeeze in.
Milo.
Let's keep track of the time. So that's almost. I'd say that's it's like about 24 hours out of your time limit.
Milo, I always sleep best after a battle.
I didn't sleep a wink after that tiger. Honestly, that was really freaky. The way it roared and all that, was guts all over the place. I know I'm kind of used to seeing that kind of stuff, but I've never seen anything explode like that before. Besides the plant.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Since the twine broke, how much?
I'd say it only snapped off maybe 3
Say I
inches.
have
I wouldn't
that.
even worry about it. You still have about the same amount to be able to collect it. It'd be fine. Maybe you lost a foot of it, so 49 feet of twine.
I'm gonna make a little earring out of one of the claws for me and for Milo.
Oh! Okay.
I'm gonna look for something to pierce his ear with.
Oh, does it hurt?
No, it'll be fine. Hey,
Will it
what's
look
that?
cool?
Oh, it'll look so cool.
Do we have time for this?
What's
It'll
that?
only take a second stab.
Where we're going to end the session.
Now we match, boy.
Very, very good.